I'd love to rewind the clock to your 20s. We can take the little time machine back in time.
Mm-hmm.
So you're a lawyer in D.C. You've just wrapped up your work on the Nixon impeachment hearings. And then love gets in the way. And you end up moving to Arkansas.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill becomes governor. And you are not the typical first lady.
Right.
And that's met with some resistance, right? Do you mind sharing what it was that people were taking issue with?
Well, I think that back in what would have been the 1970s, it was still, somewhat unusual to have graduated from law school to be teaching law or practicing law. I did both. And I really saw that, but I didn't think it would impede me in any way. And then when I married Bill in 1975, I determined that I would keep my own name, which seemed to me to make a lot of sense because that's what I had written under at law school. That's what I had practiced law under, taught, etc. And I think it was really at the point that our daughter was born in February of 1980, and Bill was having to run for re-election because there were only 2-year terms for governors back then. And the front page announcement was Governor Bill Clinton and Hillary Rodham, announced the birth of their daughter, Chelsea. It was probably that moment that really pierced people's public consciousness that, oh my gosh, she has a different name. And then that became a really big issue. And so when Bill lost for re-election in 1980 in the Reagan landslide, among the top reasons people said that they didn't vote for him was because I didn't take his last name or change my name, as they would say. And it was a truly surprising revelation to me that would matter so much to people. But now it frankly wouldn't make that big a difference to anybody, but it was significant. And I had so many people come to me and say, you really have to take your husband's last name. You're really stopping him from being able to run again and be governor again. And there's a lot at stake with him being governor. And the one person who never asked me to do that was my husband. He thought it was pretty ridiculous also. But I concluded that it was, for me, something that I was willing to do. And I made an announcement that I would be Hillary Rodham Clinton. And obviously, it went against what I thought was my decision for 5 years between our marriage and my changing my or adding my husband's last name. But I balanced all of the pros and cons and decided that on balance, it was the right thing for me to do.